Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the weekly reading from June 14th through the 21st. Man, the time just goes already. Half the month is over, half the year is over. Oof. The wind keeps knocking down my cards here. Please keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that masculine and feminine stand more for energy than gender, so apply it as it may fit to you and your situation. Also in regards to the gender of the people on the cards, if it sounds like you, it's you. If it sounds like them, it's them. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. If you can't afford a personal reading but still feel like I help you in some way and would like to contribute to the channel, donations are greatly appreciated. He who gives receives. And you can find out how to do that also below. Is there anything else? I always forget if I've said everything or not. What we have is the overview for the week. This is the situation. This is the thoughts. Hold on. Oh, feelings, attitudes, expectations, hopes of the masculine. Same for the feminine. This is why they're feeling this. Same for the feminine. The bottom row is the card. The ones above it are the clarifiers, just so you know. Same here. This one is the card. This is the clarifier. Then we have advice for you both, and then advice for you individually. Now, let us see what drama unfolds for the week. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Why is the Ten of Swords in the reverse? Because of the Judgment in the reverse. Ten of Swords in the reverse is good. I mean, not Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords. My fault. Hold on. There we go. Again, Nine of Swords in reverse, in the upright talks about depression, nightmares, anxiety, despair, but in the reverse, it's like coming out of that. It's also the 10, so it's the end of something. But in reverse, it's also feeling about hopelessness, severe depression, torment, becoming incredibly stressed, worried, and in despair. Again, so it's either coming out of it or feeling that way. And why is that? Because of Judgment in the reverse. Judgment upright talks about, judgment. It also talks about reconciliations, judgments being passed upon people, situations. It's about karma. We reap what we sow. And the reverse is about self-doubts, refusal of self-examination, and also guilt. So, again, someone could be stressed, worried, feeling guilty, or this is also about indulging oneself in self-judgment, deliberations, causing you to miss opportunities that await, again, people sitting too long in their thoughts and not taking any actions. A momentum that has been accumulated that could propel you further. It's not time to be cautious or introverted. To move onwards with pride and confidence, or opportunities could be missed. Not allowing enough time to get to the heart of the matter and learn from one's mistakes. Again, unhappiness, difficulties, isolation, consequences of past actions needed to learn a valuable lesson. Fear of making important decisions, unwilling to accept change, so staying stagnant. Again, perhaps just not doing anything. Reluctance to let go. So someone might be fearing that there's an opportunity that's going to be missed, so they're coming out of anxiety, maybe looking to charge in, as we have the Knight of Swords here also. Or again, still kind of stuck in their head, worrying, despair, missing opportunities because they're not doing anything, which has been the ongoing theme for many masculines, not doing a damn thing, and needing to reflect on the consequences of one's actions, needing to accept, I'm sorry, the consequences of one's actions, because it was to teach them something. And the important thing is to learn the reason why all things happen, why we are where we are due to our choices, actions, behaviors, why people may have cut us out of their lives, things about us that need to change. And we have here Knight of Swords. Why do we have the Knight of Swords? Because of the Seven of Wands. So Knight of Swords, there's somebody that can be cutting with their words. Again, maybe somebody telling it like it is. This is also charging forward, rushing in without any regard to the dangers that one may encounter. So blinded by desire to manifest an idea, failing to see the difficulties or the consequences of our actions. Again, same thing. And a lot of masculines have been reflecting on that, feeling like they've made a bad choice, wondering how they're going to get unstuck, unsure if people are going to take them back, not giving anything, not doing anything, just sitting in the head or waiting for somebody else to whatever. But again, they need to make the changes. They need to make the moves. They need to step up, or nothing's going to happen. And for some, even if they do step up, it might be too little, too late. I don't sugarcoat things. This is a general reading. Everybody's situation is different. And an energy that needs to be balanced with a realization of responsibility and compassion, have strong intent to succeed and win. On the possible side, again, it shows determination, ambition, strength to succeed no matter what. The negative aspect is blind haste, lacking foresight or preparation, may neglect to understand the needs of others as one pursues their own goals. It's also about new projects or ideas, inspiration, quick to action, rushing. And why do we have this? Because of the Seven of Wands. Challenge, defensive, standing one's ground, struggle, trying to maintain one's position, proving oneself, competition, overcoming challenges, drawing on strength, confidence, beliefs, self-improvement, taking a stand. Again, being courageous, persistent, determined. It's also about drawing lines in the sand. So somebody might come rushing in because they don't feel like there's a reconciliation. They don't want to miss an opportunity, even though they're stressed and worried and whatever. May come rushing in. But again, because somebody may also be still, or they're trying to defend their position, coming rushing in, or someone is standing their ground, being cutting with their words, and someone is not not giving a second chance for somebody. And this is what has somebody feeling stressed and worried, because somebody's been standing their ground. And then we also have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Why is the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse? Because of the Chariot. Chariot is a sign of Cancer. Chariot is also about forward movement. Some people, as I said, might be moving on, not giving any other chances, coming out of anxiety, standing their ground, being direct with their communication. Because we have a falling apart of a home situation. This is financial failure and loss, lack of resources, fears, financial fears, or not looking for long-term commitments. It's about also unhappy family lives, so not 100% sure of long-term potential of something. If someone is husband or wife material. It's also, fighting within the family, unhappiness in the family. Perhaps somebody's looking to move on because they're unhappy in a situation. If this is somebody that's trying to return, again, they might be leaving a situation that they're unhappy in, but fearful of not being taken back by someone that they want to go back to because they're, holding their ground, holding their own, not, letting people come in the way they left, expecting more from a situation, being very direct again with their words. Chariot is also about traveling. This might be needing to travel overseas, different city, state, country. It's also about spiritual transformation, strength and will, as I mentioned, determination, spiritual evolution, conquest, victory, overcoming opposition through confidence and control. Knowing that whatever you're going through is going to make you stronger in the end. It's also about faith in oneself, belief, mastering one's emotions, curbing one's impulses, gaining control over oneself. Also, a need to focus, to persevere, have self-discipline. So, again, it takes courage to leave situations. It takes courage to move forward. It takes courage to stand your ground and speak your truth. So again, I feel like some people are moving on because they're unhappy in their current situation. Because we have here the Page of Cups in the reverse. Why is the Page of Cups in the reverse? Because the Seven of Cups is in the reverse. And the Page of Cups, obviously, it's offers, but it is a page. But it's in the reverse. So it speaks about, emotional immaturity, perhaps escaping through drugs and alcohol, drowning our sorrows in the woes. It's lacking self-love, self-acceptance, somebody who can also be a little bit emotionally abusive. Unfocused emotions, again, uncertainties, self-doubting, selfish, easily depressed, suspicious of offers that might be coming in. Promises not kept, meaningless commitments, childlike tantrums. And then we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. It's all about coming out of illusions. It's also about unwillingness to deal with reality. Need to get one's head out of the clouds, especially if we're behaving in ways that are immature or deceptive in any ways. Coming out of confusion or illusions to focus on a chosen goal with resolution and purpose, setting intentions. It's also about refusing to look within, pursuing unsatisfactory things. So it's a need to see reality about a situation. Perhaps, again, about one's own behaviors or the behaviors of somebody else. That's why I said some people might be, moving on from a situation again that they're not happy in. Because we have here change in the wind. And let's see what change in the wind says. Number 12. A sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift of uncertainty, about which direction the winds will blow. The oracle's message: it's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scattered seeds, and nourish the soul for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Maybe who's coming in is somebody rushing in. Watch out. Relationship message. Relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to truly be happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear, and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. Prosperity message. As you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals that cause you to shift directions. This is a good thing, so there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to someone else. Perhaps you've pursued something that you suddenly realize is not in your highest good. You might not be 100% clear on where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. Circumstances are not in your control right now. Wait it out. All will be well, even better, actually. Trust. And the protection message: there are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable, and it's for the best, for the higher good, even if this storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on. All will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. Okay, then we have what the masculine is. Current feelings, attitudes, expectations, desires. Well, we got the Eight of Swords. So, feeling stuck, feeling trapped. Again, this is about feeling anxiety, perhaps worrying if people can be able to reconcile. Perhaps using poor judgment in the past in regards to choices that they made that they now feel kind of stuck in, uncertain about if another situation can manifest. But again, it's been all lingering and lingering and lingering. For some, like I said, this is the energy. And there's different groups of people coming into the energy all the time. So maybe for me, it might seem like the story never changes. But again, this is speaking to the groups that is going through this situation. And for some people, it's the same group that's been following along for a long time because nothing's changed. Again, anxiety, fear, feeling stuck, despair, lack of hope, feelings of restriction, but of course it's all in one's head. We have, I'll read them each individually here, but we have the Eight of Swords, then we have the Four of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Wands. So this is obviously in regards to fear, anxiety, fear about moving on, fear, uncertainty about our past. It's also about trying to hold on to our financial resources, our stability. A lot of masculines were in codependent situations, entering into them, staying into them, again, to fill voids and meet needs so they wouldn't be lonely, so they, so they have someone to kind of pay their way. Not wanting to let go of that because they can't do it on their own, or perhaps they're afraid to ask for help from their friends because they like to keep up a certain facade to make it seem like they got it all together, that they're in happy relationships, whatever it is. Usually it's the romantic partner that kind of knows the truth more than the outside people. Again, fear of letting go of our security to embark into the unknown. Again, Eight of Swords, despair, lack of hope, feelings of restriction due to one's intellectual assessment of the situation and not an emotional one. There is a way out, but the blindfolds are preventing one from seeing their way out, feeling trapped by one's own thoughts and perspectives, needing to look at things from a different angle, look for the best path forward that avoids victimization. Staying in the woeist, victim mentality. I can't, I'm this, or whatever it is. To avoid victimization and restriction, best to not make any important decisions as thinking is limited and constrained by self-imposed boundaries. Whatever that stinking thinking is going on that has been keeping us in the mental anguish, not making the moves we need to do, not speaking the truth, still living in lies and deceptions, covering things up, trying to protect ourselves, all those defense mechanisms that we've established that gotta go, gotta be healed. Choices are available. You need to be in the right mindset to choose. You can't choose if you're not thinking clearly, and if all you're thinking about is the idea of what point B looks like to get to point C, the work, the effort, the coming clean, the admitting the truth, the breaking someone's heart, the trying to get back with somebody else. It's like all the things that the masculine has to do, they've been putting it off because they're comfortable, their needs are being met, and probably they're hiding all of their stresses and worries and thoughts from whoever they're with. Whoever they're with is probably thinking that everything's great. But the masculine's got his own thing going on, not really completely happy in the situation. But again, it's okay, where they got company, the person's not so bad, but they feel like something is missing because they know they're in a situation that is not meant to last. It's karmic, it's codependent, it's a situation that they were put in to learn from their mistakes of what they did with the last one, instead of just repeating it. And that's why they feel unhappy. That's why they feel something's missing. That's why they feel stress, worry, guilt, fear, all these things, because they know that their choices and actions got them into the situation that they're in, and they're trying to figure out, how do I get out of it? How do I get forgiveness? How can I go back? And if I can't go back, and I know I'm not happy in this one, do I just stay in this one just because it's providing needs? Or do I still have to get my shit together and be able to move forward because I feel like I know I need to move forward? Because it's not fair to stay in situations where you're not all in it. You're lying to that person, you're lying to yourself. It's not fair to enter into relationships because you're looking for somebody to keep you company and to pay your way, because you don't want to step up to the plate and learn how to become independent on your own. Like I said, you don't got to be Rockefeller, but you don't got to enter into relationships if you can't get your own place by yourself. That's what roommates are for. But again, roommates ain't going to love on you, dote on you. They're not going to pay your way and accept excuses of why you're not contributing equally or whatever. It's a whole different situation. Again, it's karmic. Otherwise, they would have just went off and got a roommate. But they're looking to have a need met, like pacifying the wounds. But that's not satisfactory. That's why they got into a point where they know they gotta go. Something gotta give, but they're still stuck in their fears. You know what I'm saying? Protective, defensive, hoarding, holding back, tied up in one's own possessions, holding on tightly to financial security. It's greed and possessiveness, vaguely unfulfilled and unhappy, valuing materialism over other things, over choosing true love. Let me stay in something that's just providing benefits. And yeah, I care about the person, because of course you care about somebody who's taking you in, pacifying your wounds, supplying what you need, but you got to learn how to do it for yourself. Because again, it's entering into things under false pretenses. It's a need to assess one's self-worth, or it's assessing one's self-worth based on one's possessions. Inflexible attitudes, being resistant to change, fear it might impact our financial security, a need to try to control our environment. Again, it's codependent. It's also trying to have things go your way, especially if your way has been downplaying, minimizing, sweeping things under the rug, wanting people to forgive you without you really holding yourself accountable, just expecting people to just take you back or entertain the bullshit that they were doing before, accepting half-truths and sorry-ass apologies, glazed over, whatever. But that doesn't work anymore. So again, it's a need to step up or step out or step off, or whatever you want to call it. At the Two of Wands, the world is your oyster. Huge potential, understanding one's ambitions and what must be done. Enthusiastic approach to life and passion for adventure. Spark of inspiration on a path forward. Discovery. Stepping out of the comfort zone. Getting out of our fears. Not holding on to something that we're not completely happy in just because, again, it's providing financial benefits. Decisions. Need to stick to what you know. Decision to stick to what you know or expand your horizons. Again, staying in the comfort zone or getting a let out. Taking a risk. Exploring one's options. Patience and focus and intent. So patiently waiting for rewards and watching your ideas materialize. But again, you can't be sitting around waiting. You got to make moves. You got to put in effort. You can't just, comfort can be a negative thing because it'll keep you not doing nothing, which a lot of masculines have been doing a whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So again, a fear. It's always the fear. And then we have for the feminine, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Of course, Ace of Cups are about gifts of love. Trusting one's intuition and heart to lead the way. It's also, a cup of love being offered to you. Emotional and spiritual fulfillment is there for the taking. It's the beginning of love and happiness. It's compassion. Having compassion with other people. Again, people might be coming looking for forgiveness, looking to come back, looking to make offers of love. Positive energy between two people. New love. Giving and receiving love on a new level. Hopefully a one of a perspective of learning and growing and efforts to change being put in. Now, Queen of Swords here, but this is also because of what the feminine has been through, even though she's trying to be open to love, whether that's new love for some who have completely moved on from a situation that they felt like was a no-win because people just aren't stepping up. People are being immature, still lying, deceiving, whatever they're doing. Or again, this is someone coming rushing in, offering their cup because they fear losing somebody due to their past behaviors. And maybe they're coming out of illusions about how they've been in the past. That's why they're trying to move forward out of their unhappy situation. But they're being met with the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is, she got her hand out, but she's also got the sword up. Don't come at me with your bullshit. Don't come at me with any more lies. the truth and nothing but the truth, or keep it moving. Feminines don't want to deal with the same old. And that's why I've been repeating to the masculine many times, how you come across is going to have a big impact. And if you come the same way that you were before, it's not going to work. If you try to come sideways, it's like come correct or don't come at all. This is how most feminines feel. Again, because she's been hurt, and she's not fooled anymore by, she's come out of illusions about your behaviors. She's not fooled by it. She's going to maybe question any offer that comes in, if it's authentic or not, or if it's just, you got tired of that situation and just, looking to come back over here, but not really have changed. This is what the feminine needs to see is change backed up by words, actions, and consistency. Don't come rushing in with just a bunch of talk, because you're going to be met with somebody who's holding their ground, holding their own. Again, she cuts through the bullshit. So whatever offer comes in, it better be genuine, and you better be willing to put in the work, most especially on yourself. Because if you work on yourself and you improve yourself and you show that to the feminine, they may consider letting things unfold naturally, seeing how things go, but they're not going to take you back the way you were. So that's why it says don't even do it. Again, because she's thinking more logically now. She's going by past experience, and that's why she'll cut you to the quick if you come at her with any jive. And then we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Again, defensive, on edge, hesitant to accept any offers, wanting again truth, or she'll cut you out. Hesitant to make long-term commitments. It also could be dwelling on the past, again, because of feeling a bit jaded, feeling a bit unsure, and with good reason. But it's also about, trying not to make assumptions or hasty judgments. It's also about a needing to let go of anything that might prevent forward movement, the pains of the past, etc. Again, it's also about fear of commitment, feeling like it might be too much to deal with, especially, like I said, if it was a very difficult situation. Oy. And what is the reason the masculine is all of this is, well, change. He's either fearing change or the knowing things he wants things to change. Perhaps too in regards to financial situations, or he's fearing change because of financial situations. Again, trying to hold on to what we got, because we don't feel we got what it takes to get it on our own. Also, we have communication, destruction, the lady, and generosity. So it could be, again, fear of change due to money issues, fear of ending a situation, because we got communication and destruction. We have the lady, which could be the person that they're currently with, and or also it's about, could be using one's intuition, trying to figure out what to do, communicate how they feel about, the way things ended. Again, for some people, they're in third party situations, so there's like two conversations that's got to happen here. And then we have generosity, which is, again, like the Ace of Cups. It's about an offer that's being made or wanting to be made. or perhaps taking back one's offer from what they've committed to the person that they're with, because they were really only in it again so they wouldn't be lonely and to have a place to live and to have somebody paying their way. But it's all about lessons. Why is it lessons? Because it's all about healing our spiritual path. You know, it's also about embracing the unknown, and it's also about being a person who's keeping secrets, being deceptive, perhaps in some way, because we want new beginnings again, and maybe we're hiding that fact from the person that we're with. Again, the people that they're with might have no idea what's going on in the masculine's head. They may think everything's great, but the masculine is thinking about lessons that he's learned, regrets, fear, anxiety again. How do I get myself out of the situation? How do I reveal some truths here? How do I have a situation heal? How can there be new beginnings? How can I have success? I'm troubleshooting. I'm trying to figure things out over here. And it's also, troubleshooter is also somebody who can be deceptive, serves their own agendas. So, yeah. How can I have new beginnings and success after I've been behaving like this? This is the question I'm asking. We have brown-haired man scandal. Gaining some, wanting there to be a reconciliation, or again, two paths, two wands, two choices, two people. That's one of them ended badly, and we're trying to get back, and one we gotta end, and it's probably not going to end so well because again, we were in it for the wrong reasons, and we've gained some clarity about the situation, and we've gone within and looked. But we're also getting some clarity that we might end up alone because what if the other person doesn't take us back? But again, communication. You got to communicate. You got to lay it all out. You got to be honest. You got to come clean. No more hiding stuff. No more sweeping things under the rug. I don't care if you've been separated 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. If you hurt somebody else with lies and deception, if you cheated, if you left them for somebody else, you cannot expect that person to take you back without discussing what went wrong first, without showing them that you acknowledge the things that you did were wrong. You're holding yourself accountable for your actions. You're expressing your remorse in a genuine way. You're apologizing for the specific things that you did that you are promising not to do again in the future, giving this person some clue as to your ability to self-reflect, to learn, to grow, to change, and whether or not they should bother to reinvest in someone again. There's no way around it. And that's why a lot of the masculines, because they've been unwilling to do that because of their pride or because they're a straight up narcissist that's incapable of feeling, reflecting, giving a shit, which some of you may be dealing with, or someone with serious narcissistic tendencies, exhibits all the traits of the behavior, but has the capacity to change again, but due to deep, deep wounding, which both of them have, both issues come from wounding, but one has the ability to at least self-reflect and change, but it requires work. It requires accountability. It requires authenticity. It requires honesty. And a lot of people are fearful of taking off the mask because they're afraid of what they're going to have to deal with when they do that. But they got to say, you don't want to wait too long because time might be running out, which is why we're trying to figure it out, because perhaps we've waited too long already. The longer you procrastinate, the longer you put it off, the worse it's going to be. We got talent. Again, this is trying to figure out a way how to get what we want, our desires, or trying to figure out what we want in regards to a relationship. An important decision. Lovers, in the traditional thing, it's not just about a relationship, it's about an important decision, a life path altering decision. You're either going to commit to one that you're not really happy in, or commit to the other one that you really want to be with, the person that's going to stimulate your growth, because they're not going to put up with your bullshit the way that the current person is putting up with it, the way that they used to put up with it. You know, that's the direction you should be going to, the direction towards healing, the direction towards independence, the direction towards your true and highest and best destiny. Or you can stay in a karmic situation because you're fearful and you just don't want to invest in yourself or whatever. And then we got journey, and then we got power. So again, knowing it's going to take a lot, especially if we got to move, traveling, or to get back. Whatever it is, there's a decision here that needs to be made in regards to a life path. And I think it's choosing between two people. And why the feminine is whatever, feeling all this, well, we got vulnerable, so either they don't know what to feel, or somebody is opening up their emotions and offering some kind of cup here. And then we have abundance. This is, you know, perhaps opening up and offering, you know, everything that you wanted before in regards to love, you know, but there's going to require some forgiveness, you know, over this heartache that this person caused, or somebody's asking for forgiveness, offering some love. And then we have woman of the world. Now I mentioned about distance. This is distance. This is distance. Journey signifies distance. Woman of the world is also a distance, someone at a distance. Now, if the masculine went with someone else and then is now at a distance, you know, this is forgiving the heartbreak that caused from him being with that person, you know, and they're at a distance. Or woman of the world also kind of reminds me, this is somebody who's independent, confident. So again, this is what the feminine has become: independent, confident, you know, doing her own thing, and wondering if, again, not wanting to give that up, or again, standing her ground, staying in her power, but wondering if, you know, faced with the dilemma of forgiving, healing, wondering if one can open up, knowing what she wants, what she doesn't want. So again, that's why we over here we have confusion. We got happiness, home, ending, the stranger, surprise, loss, and confusion. So again, either somebody is saying that they want to end a they're going to end a relationship, and they're trying to present themselves as someone who's changed, you know, like someone new, surprise, you know, given some kind of communication, which is causing confusion for you, because you thought perhaps that all was lost in this situation. Or again, they might be communicating to you how they, you know, may have their regrets, or how they've lost this relationship, all this stuff. Again, but there's uncertainty here, as it's been forever, it seems. You know, trying to figure out again, well, what the feminine wants. Do they want to deal with this situation again, or do they want to move on to new love? You know, it's going to require a lot of work on both ends. A lot of work for somebody to prove themselves, and a lot of work for somebody to let down their guard again, and be willing to be open to receiving love, even if it's with somebody new. And so if you've been wounded in a situation, your ability to trust is a little bit damaged, isn't it? And then we have good news: hidden enemy, mistake, strength, doubt, and battle. So wondering, is it good news, or is this person full of shit? Is this person still the hidden enemy? Does this person still have hidden motives and agendas? Or is there good news, you know, that this person has learned from their mistakes? And, you know, we're trying, this is the strength, is about having courage, willpower, um, you know, persevering, but doubtful, uncertain. Again, if there's going to be more problems ahead, or if you can overcome the issues of the past, again, letting things go. Fair gray-haired woman. This is somebody in her 40s or up. This is also somebody who's, you know, learned through a situation. Maybe like the Queen of Swords, someone who's matured through a painful experience. And then we have friend, justice, reconciliation, wisdom, and fair gray-haired man. So with the fair gray-haired on two ends, maybe both people have learned from the situation, or we're wondering if they have, if they've gained wisdom, or if it would be wise to reconnect with this person. Um, you know, could there be justice in this situation? You know, could things work out? Is there a change in the wind, or a change in this person? Or again, some people may not feel that way, and may say, you know what, I've learned enough, and I want to move on. But I think somebody will be coming in. But again, don't put your life on hold for nobody. Somebody could be thinking and pondering for 5 years. Don't put your life on hold for nobody. As I tell everybody in the readings every week, do you focus on you, focus on your own healing. And like I says, and sometimes once the rose-colored glasses come off, once time apart happens, once we really reflect on things, you know, we see things from a different perspective. And that's why some feminines don't want to go back. Too little, too late, or though the person really hasn't changed and they're just trying to come back to the door. Again, know what you're dealing with, because narcissists will do that too. They'll hover. They'll try to come back when one situation doesn't work out. They try to go back to the other one if they feel that there's still an in. Know what you're dealing with. Actions, words, consistency. Take things slow. Allow things to unfold naturally. Allow people to prove themselves, to back up what they're saying, not just come rushing in. Again, stand your ground, because there's been history here. It would be unwise for this person to think they can just come back without discussing the past, holding themselves accountable, showing genuine remorse, and saying what they're going to do different, how they're going to change, what efforts they're willing to put in. And it would be foolish for this person to take them back without having that discussion. Going in blind, or going in with just vague things. Again, people will say whatever is easiest for them if they think that you'll just take it. Hold people accountable. It'll only do you both justice. You know what I'm saying? And the advice for the masculine is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual types and expectations. So whatever you're toggling in your mind, yes, no, maybe so, I don't know, whatever it is, keep an open mind. Because the person that you're having the most strife with, the person that's making you step up, the person who's not tolerating your bullshit anymore, the person who's trying to get you to see the light and get you to grow and learn and to better yourself, that's the place that you should be in. Not the person that's, you know, taking you as you are and accepting all the whatever, just like they used to, and you're not doing nothing with your life. You're not putting in any effort. You're not whatever because you're comfortable. That's a stagnation situation. Anything that's causing you to push yourself into out of your comfort zone, that's what you need to look at is what's in your highest and best. So keep an open mind. And it says here, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Could be releasing your own crap that's keeping you back. This could also to clear the energy here. You're needing to release the past. You're needing to be honest, clear the air. That's the only way to clear the energy, and keep an open mind that by doing that, you know, very soon to clearly decide what you want. Or this can also mean you needing to release yourself from your current situation, or all three. In this case, I think it's all three. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you, or you got to go to it, whatever it is. Romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you've been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for a long, long time, that's telling you something. If you're still struggling, that's telling you something. It's mostly fear-based, which is why you're struggling, because you would know, yes, I do, or yes, I don't. But if you're struggling, there's something there that you need to look at. Why you're struggling, why you're still, it says it could be years that you've been separated. And if this person's still on your mind, if you're still wondering about whatever, that's telling you something. But you're going to have to step up. Romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Again, get out of that fear. Children, your love life's being affected by children. It could be your inner child, childhood wounds, defense mechanisms, negative behavior patterns that we've exhibited in relationships, karmic relationships, showing up the same way in each one, different person, but same you, same situations, ends the same. Whatever's going on in it is the same. Again, childhood stuff, needing to heal yourself, needing to look at the bigger picture as to why things happen, why you do the things you do, why you think the way you think, why you say what you say. Self-reflecting. It's also about new beginnings. With a past life relationship, you've known each other before. And for the feminine, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Free yourself. If you feel you need to free yourself, free yourself. This could also mean just freeing yourself from whatever you need to release here. You too, with the negative thinking, feelings, whatever, allow that fresh energy to come in. Don't cling on to past stuff, especially if it's been a long time. It's like you're holding yourself back. So take back control of your life too. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life, whether it's in your own or in this situation or with them. But make sure that this is addressed. Make sure you got this in check. Make sure that whoever else is in your life has this in check, so we don't fall into codependency. But it says here, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So yeah, it could be the one. But if they haven't changed, they can be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want none of this. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Again, it could be your own addictive. You could be addicted to a person. Clinging, hanging, waiting, whatever it is. Hanging on to fear. Hanging on to any negative things that might be holding you back. Codependency in regards to this relationship. Don't let that repeat. Don't let karma repeat. Make sure people, again, got their shit together or are getting it together and can be an equal contributor both emotionally and financially to the relationship. Nobody should be paying somebody else's way. Grown people are not children. They need to be able to take care of themselves, be self-sufficient. Don't enable anybody in their karma. Hold your ground. And this way you won't feel like a doormat or feel like you're being used or whatever it is. And then we got soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. And then express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. But again, don't express nothing until something is expressed to you. And make sure that it's genuine, not bullshit. Be the Queen of Swords. Be discerning. Make logical decisions based on not only the past, but how people hold up themselves accountable for their past actions and how they're coming in now. Somebody who's just trying to come in and pick up where they left off or pretend like what happened didn't happen, or again, still refusing to look at themselves, keep it moving. Don't even waste your time. You're probably dealing with a narcissist who will never change, who's just blowing smoke up your hoo-ha. Again, watch out for this codependency, especially one's own tendency to want to, believe the illusion because it's what you really want. Be discerning. And if you don't feel like this is going to work out, then call yourself in a new soulmate and express your love to them. You know what I'm saying? And the message for both of you is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Divine timing comes into the fact, again, if the two people separated and they both did the work while they were separated and they both learned and changed and grown and they're coming at each other as two new people, then it was worth waiting for. It's better that they were in that karmic situation for however longer and have that person deal with all their stuff. And then they come back to you really a changed person. Again, sometimes separation is necessary. Or they're telling you stay optimistic and it's worth waiting for the real deal and not settling for less. And then we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So it could be stay optimistic, get to know somebody new. It was worth waiting for. You had to go through something to learn, change, grow, and evolve so you can attract something better. Or they're saying to both of you who might be separated and willing to work things out, take things slow, stay optimistic. Could be true love. Or again, going towards true love. Make the effort and trust. Trust, if there's trust issues, again, stop lying. Can't stand a liar. Let me tell you, it's one of my it's a turn off and a half. I despise lying. But anyway, we got hope. Trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. And count one's blessings. And self-care. Practice self-care. Like I said, self-love, self-respect, and self-care first and foremost, always. Don't let nobody take away your power. Don't let nobody try to weasel their way in who is not going to be caring of your feelings, of your emotions, of what they put you through, how their actions. That's what it comes. When you're in a relationship, it's not just about you. Your words and actions affect other people. Make sure you have somebody who gives a damn about that fact and who's willing to show some caring to you. You know what I'm saying? And then we got forgiveness. I'm willing to release old resentments so that I may enjoy your life. So asking for forgiveness, being willing to forgive, just to, again, clear the air. Clear yourself from the shite that happened. And have gratitude. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door. Again, try to be grateful. Again, grateful that someone else dealt with them while they were still. Grateful that you had a little time off and some peace. It's also being grateful for the lessons, being grateful for new opportunities. Open your heart. Allow myself to feel the full range of emotions. So it's about, again, healing, not being afraid of receiving love, opening one's heart, not afraid to reveal truths, how we feel, all of that stuff. Sobriety, my mind is clear, and I'm able to focus. Get clear. Be clear in your intentions. Be clear about what you want. Be clear about what you're willing to accept and what you won't accept. Have standards, have boundaries, and anyone who's not willing to meet them isn't worth your time. In masculine, be clear, get clear about what you want, and stop sitting in your thoughts or sitting on your tuchus and not doing anything with your life. Get clear, know what you want, and go for it. And if you've been dipping in the vino, get sober. And then we got joy. By enjoying this moment, I'm giving thanks to God for my life. Try to find the joy. Try to be happy. Get clear so you can be happy. And then we have giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. That's right. Not somebody doing all the giving and somebody doing all the taking. You're going to have to learn how to share thyself, share the responsibilities of the household, you know, open yourself up, let go of fear. It's about giving and receiving. You got to give in order to receive whatever offer you're trying to make here. And be devoted. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. Again, what do you want? Why do you want it? And what do you have to do to achieve it? If something is truly important to you, if someone is truly important to you, you'll get out of your fear, you'll get off your ass, you'll do what you got to do to make that effort and be devoted, again, first and foremost, to yourself, to get out of your own negative patterns of behavior, to get out of your own self-sabotatory behavior, to get out of your own way. Be devoted to yourself, to your healing, to your future. Invest in yourself. Not sitting around in the woes, not blaming everybody in the world for our current circumstances that we chose. And it's also about, again, expressing your desire to devote yourself to healing and to the person that you love. Get clear. Figure out what you want. Do what you got to do. And keep hope alive, people. And on that note, I send you love and light and healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. And leave comments. And so on and so forth. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.